Hey friends, it's Sin and I'm back to do another book review. This is kind of an epic love story by Kacen Callender. So, the author did used to go by Kheryn Callender, so my ebook does say Kheryn, but I did look up their name and they are going by Kacen Callender now. So I saw this cover, I knew it was by a Black queer author, and I was like, oh, it's a love story, queer love story, Black queer author, yes. Cute cover. I was like, yes, I'm down to read it, this is gonna be adorable. But unfortunately, I wasn't really a fan of this book. I don't know why, I do feel bad when I don't like books. I feel bad saying it. It sounds ridiculous, but I feel bad about it. But I didn't really like it. I gave it 2 stars. And I'm just going to kind of say why. So, the book is about a Black teen boy named Nate. And he is in high school. He is bisexual. He recently broke up with his girlfriend who cheated on him. And this guy that used to be his best friend and moved away returns back to town. So, that is the synopsis of the book. And we do even read in the synopsis, did you know that it's about Nate, falling in love with his best friend that came back to town, whose name is Oliver. And I'm like, got it. Still seems like it's going to be good. But I just found a lot of issues in the book. So, one thing I will say, I just felt like some of the language used to describe things was just weird and kind of funny, and not in a good way. Let me give an example. Okay, so this is Nate describing, that's the main character describing Ollie, the love interest of the book, right in the beginning of the book. Okay. He's got brown hair tumbling in his face, brown eyes that shine with the kindness of 1,000 nuns. The kindness of 1,000 nuns? I mean, I feel bad saying it, but no, that's not a good description. I was like, okay, interesting. So when I got to that, and it's maybe the 3rd chapter, I don't even know. I was just like, all right, I'll keep reading. And I have another example. Hold on. So Nate says, he knocks, and I wait a few seconds before I reach the doorknob. It's like opening the door to a flood of sunshine. Yep. 1,000 nuns and a flood of sunshine. I just couldn't get with it, y'all. I don't know. I just was like, this. I know it's a young adult book. I know it's a young adult novel. I know it is meant for people who are children, but there's a lot of adults like me who read young adult novels. And it's just, I just couldn't do with that type of descriptions. It just seems so over the top and corny in a way that's not cute. It's just kind of ridiculous. That's how I felt when I read some parts of this book. And I was just like, no. So that is part of the reasons why I didn't enjoy it. Just the descriptions, a little corny. But I actually didn't like the characters of the book either. So I found most of the characters in the book very annoying. Main character Nate, I thought he was annoying. I thought he was very self-centered. He likes to run off a lot when he has problems. I felt like he was rude to his mother for absolutely no reason. His love interest Ollie's alright. His best friend, I thought she was annoying. And one of my other problems with the book is the author makes it seem like no one can be friends. There cannot be any friend group without everyone being in love with each other. I know children and people in high school, they want to date people and things like that. But that doesn't mean that everyone likes each other, especially when people are friends. Some friendships are just friendships because they actually care about these people in a platonic way. And I feel like you don't have to have them all be in love with each other because it's just not true. I didn't like that about it. I love books with friendship that had nothing to do with liking each other. Even though the main point of this book was 2 boys falling in love who were friends, which is fine by me. But I don't want every friendship to be and we like each other. yes, but I secretly am in love with you. We all want to date. You know, like, I don't need that. I don't know if people enjoy things like that. They might. I mean, that's nice for them, and I hope someone enjoyed this book. But I just was like, yeah. Or they could just be friends, because that's nice too. Friendships are beautiful without being in love with each other, you know? So that's my other, like, point that I really just wasn't excited about. It just didn't live up to what I wanted it to be. I wanted to read this cute young adult novel about these boys falling in love. And I'm like, oh, that's going to be adorable. But I feel like it was drowned down by a lot of, like, characters who are unlikable. And other people all just being in love with each other. But we don't need all of that. I don't need, like, 10 love storylines, you know? So that was my problems. So from this point forward, I am going to be giving spoilers from the book. So if you did not want any spoilers for this is kind of an epic love story by Kacen Callender, then I would stop the video now. So, getting into spoilers and details of why these characters got on my nerves. Because why wouldn't you want to know why? Okay, Nate, self-centered. Anytime something goes wrong, like him kissing Oliver for the first time, and Oliver, like, not kind of being okay with it and just running off, because it's confusing for him. He didn't, you know, he's used to them being friends, and he also had a boyfriend at the time. That happens, and what does Nate do? Just stops talking to him. Yep, just stop talking for no reason, ignore him, acting really mean and trash to him. And I'm like, do we really need him to be this way? Like, that's annoying. Like, honestly, it annoyed me for him to act that way. And it's an ongoing theme with how he acts. Because his mother has been very depressed for years about his father's death. And he kind of treats his mother like crap to me. I think he's a really, really rude son. And he kind of just ignores it. He's like, oh, I know she's sad, but like, whatever. I know I should be going down there and say hi to her and maybe watch TV, but you know, whatever. I got my own things to do. And there are, like, children are in their own mind. They really care about what's going on with them. Children are self-centered, but I just felt like it came off really annoying and it was not likable. And I don't think the author wanted us to not like the main character. I don't think they wanted that character to not be likable. I felt like they were just going to be like, look, children are this way and they have flaws. They do, but he was annoying, you know? Nate just annoyed me. And he does come to terms with him not being a good son to his mother. At some point, he does apologize to her. He's like, yeah, I'm being trash. But to me, it just wasn't good enough. I just felt like, oh, gosh, oh, now you care. After being crap to your mother for the whole book, you know? So, annoying. Then there's Flo, who's his best friend, who they used to date. Like, what is going on? All right, fine. I guess you could be friends with somebody you used to date. But she's annoying. She wants to storm off and not talk to him too, because he likes Oliver. I just like, everybody's annoying. Y'all all used to like each other. Y'all all want to storm off for no reason. I don't understand why we're doing this. Then they have two other friends, Ashley and Gideon. We find out that Ashley likes Gideon. It's just like, everyone likes each other. Is this an epic love story or 100 love stories? You know? Like, I thought we were focusing on these two guys who like each other, not everybody in the whole book and their whole friend group either dated or likes each other. Strange. It doesn't make any sense to me. I feel like we need to focus a little more and not be all over the place with that. So, yeah, I just found their characters annoying. As I said, I just thought they maybe needed to be written better, because then we would like them. And when you like characters, you're more invested in a book. And sometimes you can have unlikable characters in a book. You definitely can. But it has to be a better book, you know, where there's a point why they're unlikable. And here I just felt like that there was no point to it at all. It's just how it ended up being. So that definitely was my issues. I will say that there was like a point where Flo said something about them being an epic love story, and I did find that part cute. I thought what she said was cute. And let me find that quote. So Flo says to Nate about him being in love with Ollie and their love story. She says, but that's what makes it epic. You don't need to die for each other to make things exciting. Just the fact that you're here together, that's enough. That's epic enough. That is such a nice quote. And that is true. That people think that these have to be these big grand gestures, which are nice. But them two being in love and happy is nice, and that is epic enough. And I thought that was a really good thing to put in the book. I think that's what the author wanted us to take from the novel, and it's a nice idea, but a novel as a whole didn't wrap up to give me that. But I did like that, and basing it off of that, it could have been better, you know? So that's what I'll say I liked about it. Last point. This is strange to me, but the characters in the book assume that people just like them, and they assume people's sexuality, which I think is very weird. So we know Nate is bisexual. He says he went out with Flo. He tells he likes Ollie. We know that, or maybe even pansexual. He doesn't really say. We understand that. At a point in the beginning of the book, Ashley says she likes Ollie. She just met Ollie. Ollie says he has a boyfriend. She then proceeds to ask Nate to set her up on a date with Ollie. And I'm like, so is she just going to assume that he also likes women when he says boyfriend? I just found it strange. I feel like, wouldn't you at least ask? I don't know. To me, that was really weird. She's like, yeah, tell him to date me. I'm like, but he got a whole boyfriend, number one. So that's called cheating. Number two, how do you know he likes women or girls when he has a whole boyfriend? You know, like, is it just me? Like, did that make any sense? I don't know. I thought that was a little strange. So that is basically my points with the book. I thought it could have been very cute. I thought it could have been cute. A love story. These boys fall in love in high school, and I really wanted to enjoy that, but it just wasn't what I wanted it to be. Too many annoying characters. Descriptions that were just like, okay. Everybody's in love with each other. So I feel like the love story can't be epic, especially when there's all these friends that want to date each other and be together. I want this epic love story. I want it to be centralized. And if it's going to be epic, can you not have the main character be really annoying and run away all the time? Because, you know, I'm tired of him doing that. And being trash to his mother? Yeah, that'd be good too. Oh, so that was my last point. But also, if Nate talked about how many times he had a boner or whatever he kept saying, I was like, okay, I know you're a teenage boy, but like how many times do we have to put this in the book? I don't have to know every time you're around your best friend or your potential boyfriend that you got a boner. I don't. Why do we, it wasn't adding any context, you know? There was no reason to keep adding it. I swear it had to be in there like 11 times. Maybe even more than that. I'm just like, every encounter? Are we just going to talk about this in every encounter? Yeah, I didn't want that. I wasn't the biggest fan of it, like I said. But, as always, I would read another book by the author. I always give people other chances. I love young adult books. I love books about love. I definitely want to read about queer love. So, I'll definitely give them another chance. It's just how I am. And hopefully, the next one will be better. I know it's the first book that they wrote as a young adult novel. That's what I read at the end of the book. On my Kindle, it said their first young adult novel. So, you know, you try. It ain't always that good. You try again, and I'll read another one. All right, y'all. So that is it for my review. I will see y'all in my next one. Bye.